While leading an online meditation and astral projection to an alien craft, I suddenly felt the very strong presence of alien beings around me. If anybody can see me, can you look and see if any beings are making contact with me?
To the right of you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That somebody's touching my right head, the right side of
And
my.
they're standing right behind you.
Ah, that's awesome. Well, I welcome any contact with these beings at all. They're all friendly, and I thank them very much for being here. After the meditation, when we talked about what we had experienced, we discovered that 4 separate people had seen the same tall, silver grey beings around me at the exact same time that I had felt their presence.
Um, yeah, that was really interesting. And by the way, you have a tall, very tall being with you during that whole entire thing, and that was like really weird because it was just weird. I'm not used to this, so this is like crazy to me.
I'm interested to know more about the tall being. When did you notice it was there?
As soon as we got on and we're in like the pedestrian area, and I looked over and there it was, and very, very tall, like maybe even a solid like 6, 7 inches taller than you. And it almost looked like you knew each other. It was kind of weird. And that was just, I don't know. I'm like in shock right now because it was but no, this is different for me. I'm used to dealing with spirits, not
Yeah.
ET. So it's a little different vibe. But yeah, very loving feeling, very good feeling, very I'm here for you feeling. And that was great. So
Well, that is fantastic. Thank you.
I did see a being with you whenever we landed, and that being was very tall, and it did have a very bulbous head, very bulbous.
Vic,
thank you. Yes. Yeah, I'm a terrible drawer. I was trying to draw it and I'm like, I can't draw this head.
And
Crazy.
it was really patchy.
oh, like the skin was patchy or blotchy.
Yeah, like where the blood kind of pulls up in different places, but
You saw that too.
I did. That is totally insane. Tall, skinny, big head.
but it was like bulbous on one side back here and then bulbous kind of on the other.
Yep. That's crazy to me. Oh my gosh.
It's also very interesting that I immediately upon landing there, us all together, at the same time that you saw that being, I felt the being so strongly with me. I felt it strongly enough that I asked, "Hey, does anybody see this?" So this is pretty cool.
He was present with Rupert because something there with Rupert needed that energy. It was part of Rupert's necessity for energy and protection. He was loving and guarding. And there were others with you as well, Rupert. They were standing off to the distance, but they were of light. They were like the light beings touching some of the side of your right side of your forehead.
And I also did see that tall being that I never saw before.
For years, people have been seeing tall beings around me. These are very, very tall beings, silver grey, tall silver grey beings. There was one that I think is probably the same species that was absolutely protecting me one time, and people saw it and people felt the protective field.
It's interesting that you mentioned that they like guardians almost because that was the feeling right off the rip that I got was it was just there for protection almost like just a and that was and like that was
Very,
it.
but very wise. And about 7 foot is what I would have gotten. I didn't know how tall you were, but I was thinking about 7 foot tall.
I keep hearing it. They're your family. They're the ones that you spoke about before.
Yeah.
That's who they are. They're your family. And I hear it. I'm hearing it and feel it. I feel it. And they're protecting you and helping you with your earth walk. I keep hearing earth walk.